This is the transformations packet. So there were 3 practices in here, one on translation, one on reflection, and one on rotation. So this packet, if we go to the 3rd page here, we had 6 problems for translation. So we're going to start with those 6 problems. So it's giving us a rectangle, QRST. So let's plot the points, -6, -1. Okay, so this is Q. R is -3, 1. Okay, and S is 1, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then -2, -7 is right here. That's T, and this is S. So there's our rectangle, QRST. Okay, we are going to translate it according to this equation, x, y, and then the arrow, and then x plus 5, y plus 7. So we can do this 2 different ways. The first way is we can plug these into our equation. So for Q, we could do -6, -1 is going to go to -6 plus 5, and then the y is -1, so -1 plus 7. Okay, and that's going to give us -6 plus 5 is -1, -1 plus 7 is 6, so that's going to give us -1, 6. The other way we could have done this is we could have counted. So Q is right here. So we want to go, our vertical shift is 5, our horizontal shift is 7. So we want to go 5 to the right and 7 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up. And that's Q prime. Okay, and then we look at our axis here. So that's -1. And then up 6 is going to give us our point Q prime. Okay, we do the same thing with R. So again, we can plug it in. So R is -3, 1. So -3, 1. So it's going to be -3 plus 5, 1 plus 7, which is going to give us 2, 8. Okay. Or we could have counted. So here's Q. So our horizontal shift is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those Q, we just did that one. R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to right 5 and then up 8. Sorry, up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's going to be our part. Okay, and again, we can count these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is S prime. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, and up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this would be T prime. Okay, so again, we can then just plot this should be 3, 0. And this one should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Okay, but let's put them in and just make sure here. So we would do 1, -5. So it's going to be 1 plus 5, -5 plus 7, 6, 2. Okay, and then the last one, -2, -7. Okay, so we get -2 plus 5, -7 plus 7. That gives us 3, 0. Okay, so either way, whatever you prefer, to plug them into the rule or to count them out, either way is going to work. Let's look at number 6 then, which is the next one, the second problem. We have a trapezoid A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's use a different color on this one. So our points are -3, 6, which is A, 0, 7, which is B, 1, 4, which is C, and -5, 2. So it's a trapezoid. Okay. We want to reflect, or we want to translate it by this equation, x plus 4, or by this rule, x plus 4, y minus 1. So we're going to go, our horizontal shift is 4 to the right. Our vertical shift is 1 down. So we want to move all these points 4 to the right and 1 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 1 down. There's A prime. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 1 down. There's B prime. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 1 down. There's C prime. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 1 down. There's D prime. And we're shifting it 4 over, down 1. Okay, we could have also plugged in for our equations. So negative 3 plus 4 is going to be 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. And we do know that point right there is 1, 5. 0 plus 4 is 4. 7 minus 1 is 6. And there we go. C prime. So 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 5, 3, that looks good. And then negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. So negative 1, 1. And that one looks good. So whichever way you prefer. Let's look here. We have a rhombus, so JKLM. So J is negative 4, 7. Okay, 0, 8 is K. Negative 1, 4 is L. Negative 5, 3 is M. Okay, a rhombus. We want to translate this according to this rule, x plus 2, y minus 2. So we're going to go 2 to the right and down 2, so we can just count them out. Okay, so 1, 2 to the right and down 2. 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 And there's our translated image. All right, the pre-image is the original, and then the new one is our image. Okay. So again, we can then find these points out by looking at the graph, or we can plug them in. So negative 4 plus 2, this should be negative 2 and 5. And it is. Okay, this should be 0 plus, so that should be 2 and 6. And it is. K prime is. L should be negative 1 plus 2 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. So there's L prime. And then M prime, negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. And there's M prime. So there's our translated image. Right, the next one here. So let's graph our points. So we have W is 1, 7. X is 6, 5. Y is 4, 0. Negative 1, 2 is going to be Z. Okay, we're going to translate this according to this rule. Left 7 and down 6. So we want to go left 7, down 6. Again, we can just count, or we can plug into the rule. So if we count, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and here's W prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is Z prime. Okay, 7 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just did W. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's X prime. Okay, and then Y prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, and there's our new figure. Then we can plot these points or write those coordinates, or we can plug into the equation. So 1 minus 7 should give us negative 6. And then 7 minus 6 is 1, which is good. 6 minus 7 is negative 1. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. That's X prime. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. right, 0 minus 6 is -6. Okay, and then -8 and -. Way too tired. Okay, so let's look at then writing the rule. So this one, they're giving us the image and the pre-image and the image, and we want to find the rule. So again, the pre-image here is DEF. So here's our pre-image. Okay, we know it's the pre-image because it doesn't have the apostrophes. They're not primes. So here we have D prime, F prime, E prime. That's our image. So we're translating here. So we need to find our vertical shift and our horizontal shift. So A is going to be our horizontal shift. B is going to be our vertical shift. So you pick D and D prime, E and E prime, or F and F prime, and you figure out what the shift is between them. Okay, so let's just do D and D prime. Okay, so we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So we're going right and up. Therefore, they're both positive, so it's going to be X, Y. Okay, we have to make sure we write the rule exactly like this. The horizontal shift is 7. The vertical shift is 4. We want to write it as a vector. It's going to be 7, 4. The next one here. We're going from M, N, O, P to M prime, N prime, O prime, B prime. So this one is the pre-image, and then this one over here is the image. So I'm just going to pick P and P prime. So our horizontal shift is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And our vertical shift is 1, 2 up. So this is going to be X minus 4 because we're going left, and then Y plus 2 because we're going up 2. If we want to write it as a vector, it's going to be -4, comma 2. Okay. Let's move on to number. Nope, that's it for translation. So I guess I'm going to stop there. I'll do 3 different videos: one for translation, one for reflection, one for rotation.